weightlifting history.
Yeah, I have to say I am honored to have seen that. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, no, that is a historic moment in the sport.
All right, Walid Badani will start us off, 2:15.
Uh-oh. Yeah, it's a little bit of a shake. He looked like he was losing his air. As soon as he caught it, he started to shake a little bit.
You know, he had a great snatch portion of the competition and did 3 for 3 in the day with 195 in his third attempt. Clearly a snatch specialist, opening here with the lowest attempt in the clean and jerk, 215. Looks a little like he was favoring that left leg too.
I don't know quite. I mean, I don't know if he's a split jerker or a squat jerker or in between.
That was in between somewhere.
It's a splotch.
the splot. But I think they're going to move up to buy him a little more time, maybe.
Well, they would have to go up as far as 219 to get him a rest in terms of another lifter coming out. He's done 220. And at the Olympics, he opened with 210. He missed it, came back, made 211, then took a 9-kilo jump for that 220. So he's danced this dance before. Hopefully he can correct whatever happened there on that jerk. And it looks like he is going to take this 217.
It's a little bit crazy to think that this does not exceed the snatch we just saw. Hard to wrap your head around that. 217, Walid Badani of Algeria, our youngest competitor in this group, born in 1994, just 23 years old per IWF standards. Good clean. He does split, just kind of awkwardly, but gets on the board with that. And he looks like, I know, he's grabbing the wrist, so maybe he's not feeling quite there. He'll have a 1 kilo automatic increase. I imagine he'll go to a bit more, but that clean looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Efficient, no effort at all. And if you look at it from the top half here, I mean, the dip and the movement under the bar is fine. He just doesn't really move his legs. But it is a good lift, and he's going to burn some clock here. He'll get rest at 219. Peter Noyes is in the doorway there, expecting to go next, and he probably will. Remember, an athlete who follows himself gets a 2-minute clock. They have up until 30 seconds to make a declaration. And then as long as they make that declaration within the first 30 seconds, they can then change the weight 2 more times. And in all likelihood, Walid has declared the weight that's on the board, which is 225, and he will get some rest. Though with this group, not a whole lot.
Right.
All right, so now here is Peter Noyes. 219 kilos.
If they're going to not take 225 and go less, they're going to have to make that declaration now.
At 220.
Yeah.
It's the second time it happened to this athlete, too. Good.
That's a good lift, but you want to see something crazy is that the bar almost doesn't rest on his shoulders.
It reminds me of Jamerkin of Russia,
yes,
who needed about 240 kilos
to make contact with the body.
You know, another kind of outlier in this sport.
Well, watch that. You see, like, as he's standing up, you can almost see slight separation from his shoulders, which it's indescribable.
I think Tremankin is the only super to ever attempt 270.
272.
Was it 272?
Well, wait, maybe not. It was at least 270. Yeah, it might have been 272. He took it to win in 2000.
225 kilos loaded.
Pulled it pretty high. and tried to dive under, but wasn't quite there.
No.
All right, so now we have 225 kilos going on the bar.
So he's going 225. All right.
4 reds. Hoja Muhammad Toychev of Turkmenistan. Had a very nice snatch series, 2 for 3. 184 kilo, third attempt is where he topped out. Here he is opening 225 in the clean and jerk.
Nice clean.
Very nice. And a little dance at the end there. I like that.
I'd be happy to.
Good lift for Toychev. For now, that will give him a 409 with 2 attempts to go. Turks punch out, that's what you want to see.
We have exceeded the B group's best clean and jerks by a couple of kilos now, and have exceeded their totals as well. Best clean and jerk out of the B group was 222 by New Zealand's David Leety. Right now, Walid Bidani of Algeria. This is his final attempt in the clean and jerk. His first 2 cleans were good. Missed the jerk on his opener, made it on the second at 217. Has now taken an 8-kilo increase.
Nice clean.
Yeah, he moved very well in the snatch.
Oh, it works for him.
Yeah. You know, it works. It looked good there, but it works until it doesn't.
Right.
You could say that with anything, right?
You could say that with anything.
But you notice it with things like this.
Well, you notice it with a jerk that is unconventional. People saw that with Kendrick. The squat jerk worked. But you wonder, would you be better served by a more traditional style?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a weird position all the way around there, but so it's always interesting to see how lifters move and what they do. And for a guy with such like classic textbook technique for the clean to have
The snatch.
to have that kind of odd technique for a jerk, it's always crazy to see. And then you think about how heavy these weights are, and it's just
225 kilos, a shade under 500 pounds.
So now we have Noj of Hungary. Second attempt, 226. Again,
This guy got no
Same
luck.
athlete.
That buzzer.
Yeah, a little bit of separation off the chest.
Really slow, but it goes where it needs to go.
It does. It is a bit slow as a jerk. He's not quite as explosive in the jerk phase as he is in the clean, or as some of his competitors are in the jerk. But like you said,
so much mass that just getting that mass into the bar just gets the bar moving.
Yeah,
he is a behemoth of a human being. I mean, and just position's okay. Everything gets to where it needs to be, and that's 2 good lifts.
It just doesn't get there really quickly.
No, you wait, and then the jerk goes overhead. Still counts.
That's right.
He's clearly having a good time. He's just doing his thing. May not be in it for a medal, but this is why you enjoy watching weightlifting.
Exactly. Yeah, really unlikely he's going to end up on or near the podium, but making lifts, looking good, and we'll certainly have, I'd say, maybe a top 10, top 8.
Definitely.
Top 8 finish.
And next year he'll have the luxury of competing in his home country.
Exactly.
So he'll have a year to get better.
All right, so right now, Noj is on stage with 232.
And
this is
finally,
his
he
third
gets
attempt.
a quick 30-second buzzer.
Actually,
No, wait.
Yeah. The automatic increase for Toychev is 232. Noij wants 233. That is not loaded
That's
correctly.
232, yeah.
So he should not be on the stage yet. The automatic.
I got to say, this athlete has not had the best of luck.
No.
In terms of the technical flow. And sometimes, like, it just happens, right? Like,
And, you know, he's done all right. He's done 2 for 3 in the snatch. He's already 2 for 2 in the clean and jerk,
but in fairness, he did come onto the stage before he was announced.
true. But shouldn't that be prevented?
No.
No?
Not
Okay.
necessarily.
Who's going to stop him? Dr. Baffa.
Great point. But that's.
I'm sure there's a small army somewhere. Could build a wall.
No, let's not go there.
No. All right,
Looks
so
heavy off the floor.
233. Not today for Peter Noij of Hungary. He will finish the day with a 414 kilo total.
You know,
And-
4 for 6, not a bad day.
No, and he looked, smooth in everything he touched. And to answer your question there, Sean, with the comment with the coming out of the door, the referees or the TCs are instructed to not act as gateways.
Gotcha.
Sometimes they do hold the lifter back, but you don't want to get in the way. But she may not have noticed either that he wasn't called. Sometimes that happens, but you want to stay in the background as much as you can.
Understood.
And in that case, it was clear he was going to be the next lifter. So they'll give you a little bit of leash to get out on the stage first. Now, he didn't know or he didn't see that the bar was misloaded, and that's his responsibility to see that. But ultimately, no big deal. But it can be disruptive to you as the lifter.
Yeah, for sure.
There is Mart Same, who had a pretty good day in the
He
snatch.
just
for
took a
himself.
10 kilo jump. He was in at 235. They just moved it to
They did.
245.
Wow. So now we've got still force.
There's the change coming. It looks like Hayes is being called, and does it look like he's on his way to the platform? No.
He's moved up to 240. 5 athletes now asking for 240 or more on their opening attempts. Here comes Saeed Ali Hosseini. He snatched 203 on his 3rd attempt, needed all 3 attempts to make that one lift. He's our bronze medalist in the snatch. As we mentioned earlier, it has been a long time since we've seen him on the international competition stage.
Junior world record holder in all 3 lifts. Or, excuse me, all 3 records, 206, 245, 451. That is,
When did he set those records?
I think, 08. I mean, he makes that bar look like a youth bar.
Well, it does have 236 kilos on it.
And he fills up a lot of space in between those collars.
He's about 8.5 feet wide. He is a wide human being. Walking through that tunnel, they might have greased the sides because he is just thick.
And that 236 is an excellent start. Now has a 439 total. And he is the bronze medalist in the snatch with 203, but you got to think with him coming out of the group together that's, in this thing, he could get caught. So let's see. Yuri Orsag snatched 185, opening with 237.
Nice clean.
Yeah. Nice jerk, too.
Yeah, everything's real nice and short.
Yeah, he's got very short limbs, kind of a longer torso. You see when he cut that bar, very upright in the catch, and the elbows are nice and high and out of the way of the knees, which really is just an accident of his proportions. And a lucky one at that. You can see this here. And there's 8, 9 inches between the knees and the elbows.
And really short arms.
Yeah. Right now, Toychieva Hoja Muhammad of Turkmenistan. Third and final attempt, 237 kilos. Opened with 225, made 231 in his second. But 2 for 2 so far. Now going 237.
If successful, this will give him a 421 kilo total.
Hold it. Oh.
Almost.
Just a bit heavy.
Yeah. But that closes out his day, 4 for 6, and I do have to say, I mean, it was a pleasure to watch Toychev lift.
Yes.
I look forward to seeing more of him. Right. Yeah. Looks like he unlocked him.
Boy,
he got out of the way. He did get out of the way. You don't have a whole lot of time.
No.
That kind of weight.
Luckily, he's quick. He's on his way back. Seems no worse for wear. And here is the Uzbek athlete Rustem Jangabayev. Opening attempt. He is one of our 5 competitors calling for 240 or more.
And he has never opened with more than 232.
Wow.
This is
uncharted territory.
He's in shape.
He is playing big. And with a 200 kilo snatch, which by the way left him 5th, which is crazy. He is very much in this game.
Nice lift.
Yeah. It's a solid opener.
243 is his best ever. You got to think you'll see something north of that.
Yeah, he certainly looks good for more. Pretty nice clean, very dynamic under the bar. You know, he's just off the podium with that 200 kilo snatch. Clean and jerk like that sends a message that the bronze medal position in the jerk and the total, I think, is really up for grabs at this point. Here is Brazil's Fernando Reis. Opening attempt 240 kilos. He also snatched 200. Did it before Jangabayev, and so he's in 4th place, just off the podium.
So here's Reis, 240. Salimi on deck, 241.
What's Fernando's best?
It must be around
this.
That's what I figured.
He did 240 in Rio last year at the games.
On his opener. Should be good for Reis, and with that he will have a 440 with 2 lifts to go, but it will move him into 2nd for the moment behind Jangabayev, who now has that same number. So there'll be an exchange between these two, definitely. And right now Salimi is being called for 241.
He's not as strong in the clean and jerk as he is in the snatch, and this is what cost him a medal and a total in Rio.
But get one in and let's see where the string takes him.
Exactly.
And don't forget, in Rio, he was recovering from that knee injury. We weren't quite sure where he was. And, you know, I think that they're playing it conservative here to make sure he gets one in. 241 conservative. That's crazy. And this one looks similar
So this is what
to
happened.
Rio. So what's it going to be? Good lift by majority decision.
They're already on the phone.
They're already on the phone.
This is exactly what happened in Rio.
I mean, it's almost a blueprint.
Here we go again.
There is a jury stop. Roger Sadecki he's so upset he's out of his chair. He's actually standing. Look at the press. Yeah, that's going to be overturned. And unfortunately, that was somewhat blatant.
So we are in a jury stop. The jury is having a conversation with the referees to determine, or at least question, what they saw versus what they didn't. The jury can, by a unanimous decision and by a unanimous decision only, overturn a call. We have seen that happen several times this week. And the question is did he come to a full extension? And once he came to a full extension, did he hold it there? And they have just overturned Salimi's.
I mean, it's deja vu all over again, as they say.
So again, we saw this in Rio, same exact play. The benefit here is they can use the other Iranian if needed, right, to buy some time.
So Salimi's going up 245. He's just moving past it.
This is getting exciting, as if it wasn't exciting enough already.
Well, the Iranian crowd is creeping towards the gate.
All right, correction. They changed it back before it got introduced, so he is going to, for now, stick with 241. And his clock is running.
Let's see what happens. He's called.
They got to do something.
He doesn't look like he's coming in.
They have 10 seconds to make a decision. And I don't see anybody at the table.
242 voters.
So he's moved up. 242 is what they've called.
Good. And so now it's a teammate, so we can imagine they won't move Saeed up unless he's already got enough rest.
How big a jump? But that's a 6-kilo jump for...
They are moving Saeed Ali Hosseini up.
So that's going to bring out Yuri.
This is good. So the issue in Brazil was Bedad had to follow himself, which a lot of weight, big man, you need recovery time.
Yes, you do.
There is 2004 Olympic champion.
So Orsag has moved up. Orsag has moved up to 243. That means we are back to Salimi.
Yeah. And you had to expect that from Orsag. That's just the right move there. 1 kilo at this weight is less than 0.5%. Makes no difference.
And it looks like Salimi is going to take this.
And he's had good rest.
He has. But you need all of it.
Yeah.
As you know, as a super.
I do know.
You want a nap, a meal.
I was going to sandwich, little foot rub. It's good.
But he has not, been sent back out here on a short clock, as mentioned. So
exactly.
Here is Bedad Salimi, 242 kilos, second attempt. And this is a huge moment. You said it before, but this is the real deal right here.
He needs to get off the schneid here. He needs to just...
And that's it.
That's good.
That's it. Better clean, better jerk overall.
Okay,
Thumb
good
up.
lift. You see how he's looking at them? And let's be clear, the referees did pass that first attempt. It was a jury overturn. But there is no issue about this. Good lift. And it is different. The punch out is there.
Yes.
Watch the arms here. There's no doubt in that movement. And that's a great lift. He has...
Can anybody catch him besides Lasha?
In the clean and jerk?
No,
supers,
in the total.
Anybody in here can.
In the total.
I'm willing to say anybody in here can.
The other Iranian, Fernando, Rustam, they could.
Maybe not Orsag.
No.
All right, so now we are getting Lasha Talakadze out for his first attempt, 243. And if he makes this, the question will be, can anybody catch him?
So that's a pretty definitive opener, and that sends a pretty loud signal. I'm not sure how you respond to that. I think maybe at this point you understand that it's a fight for second and third.
It could very well be. I mean, this gives him 463.
Look at how narrow that grip is in the clean for a guy who's 11 feet tall.
So let's set this up. 463 is what he's got right now. One attempt done. The world record is 473.
And it's his own.
The only thing he doesn't own is the world record in the clean and jerk.
Yeah, which is an enormous 263 kilos by Rezazadeh.
All right, so now Saeed Ali Hosseini, 243, second attempt.
سریع بچرخونی ها هر چقدر کشیدی بچرخون آرنجو سریع آها
Beautiful.
رو به جلو نریم ها صاف فیکس
Yeah, that's great.
You know, of the 5 lifts that we've seen him do, that's the one.
Yeah.
You know, that's the one that you'd expect to see. And I think he's settled back into competition mode.
So now maybe we see a 250 from him or something. He went up 7 kilos on the first to second. Another 7 kilos. 250 is going to be a strong podium.
I don't think you can predict the weight because I think he's going to sit back and wait for anything he needs to get a podium spot.
Here comes Yuri Orsag of the Czech Republic. Second attempt, 244 kilos.
Wow. Strange. He had like almost a pause in the middle of the clean.
It's like he extended a bit too much and kind of exaggerated the pull, kind of hung on a bit too long to the pull. The jerk just...
That front foot doesn't come out far enough, and I don't think he drove the bar high enough.
Yeah.
All right, so now Mart Same we have yet to see. He is the only lifter we have yet to see in the clean and jerk. 245 has been called for his opener. He has opened with 241 in the past and made it. He has opened with 243 in the past and made it.
There's his father, also his coach. There's another coach. That's a Czech coach for Yuri Orsag. They're going to move up, meaning... Are they moving up? Yes, they are.
So this is going to call Yuri Orsag.
No, Mart Same.
Excuse me, Mart Same at 245. And Sean, if you're curious to know, 463 off of his 191 snatch. I mean, he's going to have to clean and jerk 272 to get ahead of Lasha. So I don't know that we're going there.
No.
Mart Same, opening attempt, 245 kilos, his heaviest opening attempt in international competition.
From the looks of his improvement in the snatch, this isn't surprising.
Yeah. Very, very strong young man.
Just total madness.
He's just
so much power.
245 kilos, good lift for Martin. And with that, he has a 436 kilo total with 2 attempts in hand, and he's just 2 kilos below his best ever. And look at this.
Yeah.
Czech Republic. He's moved up 2-4-6-3.
I don't think he would stand up any faster if there was no weight on. I mean, it's remarkable.
Yeah. You know, I think he's done, what, 320 in the squat for reps?
For repetitions, right.
Yeah. So clearly has all the leg strength in the world. He can sit back now, see what else he needs to do. Currently in first in the clean and jerk. That is almost certain to change.
Fernando's going to take a bigger jump than 6 kilos.
247.
Right now, the line in the sand for Fernando, you have to think, is a 446 total. I don't know if he's going to jump all the way up to that. Well, he needs to get to 447.
Yeah.
Well,
so
the 247 will do it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So he's taking what he needs to move ahead of Ali Hosseini, who still has 1 more clean and jerk.
In the meantime, here is the Czech Republic's Yuri Orsag. 3rd attempt, 246.
I don't have confidence that he's going to make this, unfortunately.
Luckily, you are not his coach.
Exactly.
Almost.
That was actually a better attempt.
It was a much better attempt.
Maybe he heard you. I'm going to show that Waxman guy what's up.
I take full responsibility.
In the end, you were right. It's a bit too heavy for him. He had a better clean.
Yes, the clean was much easier.
And you know, with those short arms, he's pretty lucky. He almost dove under it. But just not today.
So a 7 kilo jump coming here for Rustam Jangbayev, and it seems like it's been a long time since we've seen him.
Yeah.
The interesting thing now is Rustam takes this 247. What does Fernando do? Does he take that same 247? Because that would put him.
Yeah, you might have to and play it out for the 3rd, because think about it, you know, situation-wise, Fernando sitting on a 7 kilo jump. Both of them are sitting on 7 kilo jumps. Both of them have snatched 200 kilos. And you need to lift 1 kilo more in that situation. So he might take an additional kilo and go for 8. I mean, with these super heavies, there's no limit on the madness, you know? All right, so now here's Jangbayev, 247, 2nd attempt. We'll move him into 3rd.
Crashed on him a bit.
He does. Jeremy's easy. He has. I mean, it's perfect. His elbows are straight down in the rack, which is ideal, because then all you're doing is driving up. What the interesting thing is, once the bar was overhead, he lets his wrist come back.
Yeah.
And that's not a little bit of weight. I mean, that's a lot of weight.
Well, when he's the one when he was snatching, I think he was doing the same thing.
That's crazy.
That's just wrist flexibility, though. That's just naturally where it goes through.
Flexibility. I don't know how his wrists stay on his arms.
All right, so now Fernando is going to hold with this 247, and what that means is it'll move him into 4th, and he's going to let the clean and jerk. He's going to let the 3rd attempt decide this thing for him.
Yeah.
He's going to take what he feels he can do right now.
Which is smart.
Yeah.
I think he's in uncharted territory right now, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
You know, you build on success sometimes.
Absolutely.
It's not where you start, it's where you finish.
Absolutely. Oh,
It's okay.
It took a little bit more effort to make that clean.
And you know, he looks in great shape.
Yeah.
It just is that right now he is in a field that is maybe a once or twice in a decade field of athletes. 200, 240, a 440 total.
And he'll be lucky to hang in top 8, top 10 if he doesn't make another one.
Exactly.
So Lasha Telekadze, by the way, has called for 255, which, if that holds up, now he might drop down to secure the win, but if that holds up, it will be a world record in the total.
Yeah. Rustam Jangabayev moving up, it looks. He's on the board as the lifter for 248, but I don't imagine that will hold. Instead, it's going to come back to Fernando Heiss, who took a 1 kilo increase to 248 as well. I think he's going to have to come out and take this.
Talahadze just dropped it down to 250, by the way, so he is on deck. And Fernando, despite moving up 1 kilo here, is following himself. This is the weight, Sean, that he needs to move into third place. So letting the third attempt decide it is the right play. Let's see if he can get it done.
He's got to make that clean, flawless, to have a chance to make this jerk.
Unfortunately, he did a lot of the work on the previous attempt. Hasn't had a ton of rest. Just too heavy.
Has Fernando ever medaled at the World Championships before?
Not that I recall. I will trust that statistician. No.
Okay.
Fourth in Sofia. Was that at Junior Worlds in 2010?
7th in Almaty.
He did win a medal in the snatch, but not total. In Sofia, I got to think about that if that was a junior or not. All right, so now here's Lasha Telekadze. Second attempt, 250 kilos. This is a 7 kilo jump, and will give him a 470 kilo total. This is a moment where you're looking at, of all of the great super heavyweights in time, this is a young lifter, and he could be taking one more step toward legendary status. If he doesn't have it already.
How many totals have there been at 470? I know Krlovic has done it.
Razade, of course.
Razade did it twice, 3 times.
And he was a legend.
I don't know if there were others. I know that Razade did it 3 times.
I think Pisarenko might have done it.
Yeah.
210, 260.
It would take me some time to
dig
it
out.
out.
Artem Udachim of Ukraine?
All right, so now
Ukraine, though, not
here is Mart Same.
Now his best is 250, right?
Mart Sames?
Yeah.
43, 46, 48.
Oh. Okay.
In Houston.
Uh-oh. He's shaking a little bit.
No, I think he's going to get a little pressed out.
Down signal,
I think he might have been losing his air a little.
Yeah, so 2-1 against. That's
majority decision.
He's got an attempt left, and you can see the body stops, and impressively, he pushes up against 251 kilos.
I'm pretty sure he could actually press it.
I think you are correct. Unfortunately, not going to work for him here. In the meantime, Islamic Republic of Iran's Saeed Ali Hosseini.
250, we still have 5 guys.
I know. We are in the 250s.
All right, if successful here, this will give Ali Hosseini, a 454 total, move him into second overall.
Wow. Yeah.
장비야 파인 허전호 허전호
Well, Ali Hosseini has found his groove when he needed it.
I think so. Let's see what the judges say. 3 white lights.
251, 3 for 3 in the clean and jerk, and he is currently sitting in second place overall.
It sounds like per Nick Curry, Tarnenko has the all-time record at 475.
Jankabayev, 252 now loaders.
Look at this.
Kilos. Behdad Salimi, third and final attempt. Islamic Republic of Iran.
He's happy with that lift. And does that guarantee?
Not just yet, but
He's not locked.
it's not locked. I mean, Jankabayev can take something. Salimi will bounce him with the success here, and you got Mart Same. So not guaranteed, but looks good. And this is a third attempt for Salimi, which means Lasha Talakadze is a done deal.
Yes.
So
I think we knew that going in.
So that'll be interesting to see what he chooses as his third.
So 252 here for Salimi, if successful. 463, second place overall.
Best clean.
Yes.
There was a little flicker.
No.
I think that's going to be good.
Oh, that's good.
And it is.
Judges say
That's
3
good.
white lights.
I'm really glad to see him come back after Rio. And
Hold on, guys.
oh, come on, no way.
And I've got one question here. Watch on the replay how he drops it. And
His clean is the best of the 3.
clean is great. Watch the flicker of the left arm. And that might have been what got
No way.
the red. I don't know. That might be what got the jury to discuss this. That little extra oomph right as he hits the bottom. And this is a thing.
There
I
are
mean,
some
it's 4
Iranian
attempts.
fans at the gate by the jury table, including one with a cell phone out, it looks like, filming. The jury is discussing. And they might be taking it away.
After discussion between the jury and the referees, the decision is reversed. No
Oh,
lift.
they take
Reza
No lift.
Salimi.
They take it away.
So Salimi will finish with a 453 kilo total. He made 2 attempts that were passed by the judges and overturned by the
And that
referees.
last one I'll add was it was all of the judges. 3 white lights.
It was a 3 white light lift. So this happens, and it's unfortunate to see.
Now, unfortunately, that means the Iranian fans
Are gonna get,
are making some noise.
and this is what happened in Rio, and it's happening now.
Yeah.
It did not affect Lasha. It's not great to see in terms of sportsmanship, but Jankabayev is going to have to make his attempt here.
Yeah.
It's customary for the crowd to be quiet, and it's not showing the best sportsmanship.
No left.
Heavy. So Salimi
No lift. Jankabayev.
holds on to 3rd place.
And what that means is we are down to our final 2 attempts, and one of them belongs to Mark Same, who is coming onto the barn.
Now, Salimi is guaranteed 3rd place.
Is he? Yeah, it looks that way.
Because same with this, he can earn a clean and jerk medal, but he's not going to earn a total medal.
He will finish if he makes this. 444 kilo total. It'll move him into 5th overall. And the Iranian contingency here in this audience is not letting up.
No. And unfortunately for Mr. Saim here,
He didn't do it.
No bearing anything for it because Salimi is already guaranteed a bronze, and he is out of the medal hunt. There's some counter cheering for something.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And this place is cheering for the right reasons now. That's a standing O for Saim.
3 white lights there. Mart Singh takes is that his first senior medal?
No. In Houston, he was silver overall.
Silver overall. But that is a PR.
Well, now he's Lasha is going for the
world.
total record.
So let's set this up now. Similar to what we saw in the Olympics, a large group of Iranian contingency. The fans were not happy. They were trying to cheer. They were trying to get under Lasha's skin. He did not have any. It did not have any impact on him. And now we are looking at a 257-kilo clean and jerk. And if he is successful, this will be a 468-kilo.
No, 477.
Thank you. Sorry, world record.
And an all-time total record.
Once again, Lasha Talahadze has done the unthinkable.
477 kilo total, 257, and look at this lift. Look at the way he stands up with 257 kilos on his shoulders.
For the 105+ kilo A category. Just a few moments.
And with that, we have concluded weightlifting at the 2017 IWF World Championships in epic, historic fashion.
I mean, really, could you ask for anything else? 6 for 6 by Georgia's phenom, Lasha Talahadze.
And Lasha Talahadze is building his resume toward legendary status.
You know, with that 220, I'm comfortable saying that's legendary. Even if he does nothing else, and all signs point to him doing much more, that is one for the books.
Yeah, I'm pretty speechless. I don't...
Which is not something that happens every day.
No.
Now we figured out what it takes to get Sean Waxman to be quiet, a 220-kilo snatch. There's one person in the world who can do it. So there is our bronze medalist out of Iran, Bedad Salimi. Bronze in the total, silver in the snatch.
453 kilos.
There
Once
is
again,
our 2017 world champion.
And the owner of the heaviest total of all time, regardless of the era.
And heaviest snatch of all time.
And heaviest snatch of all time.
By quite a margin. 220 kilos. Look at this.
Take a look at this again.
Wow.
I was hoping to see a 270 clean and jerk, but this is pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. I'd say so. And there is our silver medalist. Also,
and there's some emotion there for him, and this was a real up and down day for him.
Yeah.
I mean, when Ali Hosseini came out for his first attempt at 203, it looked like he might have been overmatched.
Yeah.
And then the second one, it just wasn't there. And then he dug out that 203, which held up for a bronze in the snatch. And then in the clean and jerk, you'll see the results. I mean, look at what Ali Hosseini did: 236, 243, 251, and each one got better. I mean, and you can really see him start to feel it. And then in the meantime, Lasha Talahadze, what can you say? I mean, what can you say? He does this every time he lifts, and he doesn't miss.
No, he doesn't miss.
He doesn't miss, ever.
And of course, in second in the clean and jerk, Estonia's Mart Saim with a pretty impressive 253 on his third attempt after missing 251. Here are our total results for the men's plus 105 category. Of course, Georgia's phenom Lasha Talahadze, world record total 477. Second place, we have Iran's Ali Hosseini. Third place, Bedad Salimi, also of Iran. Make sure to check out the IWF social media pages at IWFnet on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook for training footage, behind-the-scenes info. There is, of course, Georgia's Kaki Kakishvili on screen, one of the greatest lifters of all time. And the young man, Lasha Talahadze, seems to be following in those footsteps.
So with a heavy heart, I have to say we are calling an end to the 2017 World Championships. Listen to the reaction of the audience here as we replay this with sound. Weightlifting history.
The entire crowd going nuts. Rightfully so. Good to see these two competitors hanging out together. I must say, in general, with the athletes, there is respect for each other. Some of the fans a little rowdy here, but the athletes generally very happy to be competing against each other.
And we know that there's passion, and we know that there's, you know, just emotion involved when the audience is involved. And the thing that happens at these meets sometimes when you see this, it used to happen a lot in the 90s, actually. But, you know, you see the audience start getting on the case of lifters after a fan favorite has something go against him. And, you know, the lifters on the platform didn't do it.
No. Yeah.
And it's sometimes it's hard to see that happen. And, you know, in Lasha's case, there's just nothing that bothers him.
Yeah,
No.
and I guarantee you the people that are making all that noise have never been weightlifting before. Because if you're a weightlifter, you would never do that.
All right, with that, we have drawn the men's plus 105 to a close in epic fashion.